welcome back to the MANN channel. All right, it is Friday. Just got done with work. This is my second to last day where I work at the shop the second half of the day, and then we go out to the lake in the evening. So this is just after 5 on a Friday. Just left the shop, headed to the lake. It is 100 degrees out right now, and it's been pretty much 90s and 100 degrees the last couple days. So I expect the water to be pretty warm, or quite warm compared to what I've been getting into so far this year. You can actually probably hear the AC is pumping pretty hard right now in the truck. So that's probably the background noise if you hear some. So really hoping that it's not windy, that it's calm at the lake. Because that's going to really determine whether or not I have a good set tonight on the wakeboard. If nothing else, I mean, it looks like it's calm here, so I think if nothing else, I'll get to do something. You know, maybe it's surfing, but I would really love to have a nice wakeboard set. This will be, I'll most likely not put a wetsuit on, so this will be the first time this year that I've gotten in the water without a wetsuit, because 100 degrees for the last 3 days, 100 degrees all day today. The water should be pretty warm, even though it's been kind of oddly cool this year so far. So yeah, Carly and Wakely and Ellery went ahead of me in her car, because they're gonna drop off our littlest one, Ellery, at the camp house. She said she'd watch her, I guess. Which just makes it a little easier for my wife to drive and basically just handle the boat in general. I do have some friends coming out tomorrow, the same crew that was out a few weeks back, to do some shredding tomorrow, and it's looking good. The weather doesn't really show any wind, and it shows that it's going to be 100 again tomorrow, basically. So it's looking good. Anyways, gonna get to the lake here and get launched. You'll probably see me launching the boat or in the water. All right, just got launched. Just found out something kind of bad on my truck. I got an oil change this week, and I didn't think about that until just a moment ago. I got out of my truck and I noticed some like splatter on my running boards. So I started looking around, and I can see oil and smoke coming all from like the driver's side of the engine bay. I noticed it on the other side of the tire. The people must not have put the oil cap back on, because my oil cap's gone. I just drove about an hour and 20 minutes to get down to the shop, and then I drove another 15 to get to here. You know, I'm probably missing at least a half quart of oil, if not more. So that's pretty bad. I think it's doing okay, and I think I'll be able to limp home, and there is an auto parts store in Level, so I'll try to get a oil cap, and I might even see if the one off the boat fits on it, so I can put it on it temporarily and get back to the shop. But that's not good. I'm definitely calling them to chew them out, and they're gonna pay for whatever I pay for that oil cap and the oil that I gotta buy to top it off. But man, I could really screw up an engine right there. I didn't have any clue. I even checked the oil after they did it to make sure everything was kosher, but I didn't think to check the oil cap. Anyways, that sucked. On the bright side, the water temp right now says 84, but I think it's coming down, so I don't know if that's a real reading. I would say it's probably closer to 80 degrees, so that's good. I'm definitely gonna try going no wetsuit this evening and just have a fun set. Haven't been without a wetsuit all season so far, and it is the middle of July, so not that I couldn't, it's just that I usually get out in the morning, and water temperature's been in the 60s that's usually not very comfortable without a wetsuit. Anyways, just waiting for, or Carly's at the dock now, so I'm gonna go get her and get on the water. All right, out here at the lake with the boys. They made it down. The conditions aren't amazing right now, but they're not terrible. I feel like it'll do the normal thing and maybe calm down here. So I'm gonna start, get the boat ready. And it looks like it might be calm down at the corner, but it's super warm out. It's supposed to be, I think, in the high 90s again today. And the water's warm, so it's like 75 in the water right now. So it should be comfortable. I do have my wetsuit on, half of it anyways. So for the morning, but I'll probably take it off if we do anything, if I surf or wakeboard again. So anyways, we're gonna get it. What a day. It's, I think, just about 7:30. We got done about a half an hour ago eating dinner. I made chicken fried rice tonight, which I've made fried rice on the Blackstone several times now. That was the first time doing chicken fried rice. And it turned out really good. That was my best one yet, I think. And fed the boys before they took off. They did go back tonight, so they were just coming out for the day. Sounds like they might come out and stay a night or two next weekend. But yeah, it's always, like I always say, it's always a great time with those guys because we do a lot of shredding. As you can probably see, we all pretty much, myself and Daniel did 2 sets of wakeboarding, and then Ryan did a bunch of foiling, and I foiled and surfed. Daniel tried foiling, and then he surfed. So we just did a lot, and it was just, it's probably that water, this is crazy to see this change because a little over a week ago we launched, and the water temperature was in the 60s. But today, when we launched, it said like 76, but by the time I got in the water, it said 79. And it got all the way, I saw it reading 86 degrees at one point. And that's the warmest I've ever seen any boat read. So that's pretty great. I think as far as water temperature goes, that's as good as it gets here. I think just we had, the week started out with Monday, Tuesday was in the 90s, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, today, which is Saturday, hundreds. It was like 100 degrees. Well, actually, I don't think it got to 100 today. It actually got to like 95. So it just really, really warmed up the water, and you could tell. I mean, there was times when it felt like it was bath water. I'm sweating pretty good right now, actually. I just got done unhooking the trailer here. I decided because of the heat, I think I'm gonna, bright and early in the morning when I typically get up, I'm gonna come out here and wipe this down. And I wanna put a coat of wax on it too. I did reach the service reminder on the boat. It always shows up 5 hours before you need to do the change. So probably after the first day next weekend, I'll try to do it probably in the evening of Friday next week, because we'll be down here for Thursday night and go out on Friday. So yeah, I'll try to do the oil change that day. But I just need to do it at some point close to it. But yeah, it's still hot out now. I've got sweat rolling down my face. There's a few forest fires around, which pretty much always happens this time of year. So I don't know if you can tell, but like you can see the mountain over there, and it's smoky. It makes the sun red. You can't quite tell yet, but once it starts setting, it'll be red. But yeah, I think we might have hit the peak of summer, which is kind of typical, but just having so many back-to-back days in the hundreds just really warmed up the water. Yeah, I have plenty more times. I think I'd say we're easily right at the halfway point in the summer. And we still got our full week-long trip. I don't work for the next, I think, 4 Fridays. So that's nice, get lots of time on the water. So I like to hit it hard when it hits the peak time of the year. This is probably the lowest I've seen the boat in fuel level too. I think we got it down below 20%. We went from, I think the boat was running from 9 a.m. until just before 5 p.m. today, with a few little breaks in between. Probably half an hour break here, half an hour break there. So yeah, we ran it hard today. I think it's got 181 hours on it, maybe 182. So yeah, really good weekend. That's how I like it to go, is just when we're doing a lot of shredding. I'm a little disappointed. I think the only thing that would have put the icing on the cake today is if I would have landed a scarecrow, and I was very close on a couple of them there. I'll get it though. I know I can get it. It's just gonna be, I gotta stomp it, and I think that's the biggest thing on most of them this whole year, this whole season. Most of them, it's just I need to stomp my back foot down, and I know that because there's a lot of tricks I've gotten that was literally what nailed it. Is just I need to put my feet down and grab it, which is, if you don't do board sports or some sort of sport, it can apply to skis too. You may not quite understand that, but I think once you've done it, you know what I'm talking about. It's actually, I would equate it to like you're jumping on a trampoline and you want to stop jumping. So you jump really high and think about you want to stop jumping, right? Then you just kind of grab the landing, and it kind of stops you. You might bobble, but you put your feet down and then completely absorb it with your knees. That's essentially sticking the landing. So anyways, we are going to, I have a little treat planned tonight. I saw it on TikTok. It's just Reese's peanut butter cups, which we've done Reese's peanut butter cups s'mores before, but this is where you dip it in marshmallow cream and then you roast it and then you put it in between graham crackers. So we're gonna try that tonight, and Wakely's pretty pumped about that. Otherwise though, I think for the next hour or so, I'm gonna go cool down because it has been a hot day. I mean, we were in and out of that water a lot today because it got hot quick. It's been a hot week, it was a hot day. Pretty good trip so far. I may insert a few more clips to send this video out, but otherwise, thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have any thoughts on this video or ideas for future videos, please leave those in the comments below. And if you are new to the channel, please subscribe and click on that notifications bell so you can be notified of my future videos. I'll see you next week.